The iPhone is one of the most globally recognized smartphone brands, dominating markets in the United States, Europe, and parts of Asia. However, its influence in Africa remains limited compared to Android-powered devices. This phenomenon is rooted in various socioeconomic, cultural, and market-specific factors that make the iPhone less accessible and desirable to the average African consumer. Let's explore why. One of the primary reasons the iPhone is not as popular in Africa is its high cost. iPhones are considered premium products, with prices ranging from $700 to over $1,000 for new models. In contrast, the average income in many African countries is significantly lower than in developed markets, making such prices unattainable for a majority of the population. Android smartphones, on the other hand, cater to a wide range of budgets, with many models available for under $100. Brands like Tecno, Infinix, and Samsung offer affordable options that better align with the financial capabilities of African consumers. Apple's presence in Africa is minimal compared to its competitors. Official Apple stores are scarce on the continent, with operations often limited to a few authorized resellers in larger cities. This limited availability not only makes purchasing an iPhone more difficult, but also complicates access to after-sales services such as repairs and warranty claims. In contrast, Android manufacturers have invested heavily in establishing local service centers, repair shops, and distribution networks, making their devices more accessible and reliable for African consumers. Many African consumers rely on dual SIM functionality to manage multiple phone numbers for personal, business, and regional communication needs. iPhones have traditionally lacked dual SIM support, and even the newer models that include it often come at a much higher cost than comparable Android devices. Android brands have tailored their devices to include dual SIM capabilities at affordable prices, making them more practical for the average user in Africa. Electricity shortages and unreliable power supply are common challenges in many African countries. As a result, long-lasting battery life is a key feature for smartphone buyers. While iPhones have decent battery performance, they do not always match the extended battery life offered by many mid-range Android devices designed for such conditions. Durability is another factor. Android brands like Tecno and Infinix have introduced rugged devices that can withstand tough conditions, appealing to African consumers who prioritize resilience in their phones. The cost of iPhone accessories and repairs is another significant barrier. Genuine Apple chargers, cables, and replacement parts are expensive and hard to find in many African markets. On the other hand, Android users benefit from cheaper, readily available third-party and OEM accessories. Additionally, repairing an iPhone often requires specialized technicians and tools, making it a costly affair compared to the relatively straightforward and inexpensive repair processes for Android phones. In Africa, smartphones are not just communication devices, but also tools for business, education, and entertainment. Android's open ecosystem offers greater flexibility in terms of apps, file sharing, and customization, which better suits the diverse needs of African users. While the iPhone is viewed as a status symbol among the affluent, its closed ecosystem can limit functionality in scenarios that require local adaptability. For example, transferring files or installing apps from third-party sources is a common practice in Africa, and Android facilitates these activities more effectively. Brands like Tecno, Infinix, and Itel dominate the African smartphone market. These brands focus exclusively on the African market, tailoring their products to meet the specific needs and preferences of consumers. They offer features like multi-day battery life, durable designs, and affordable prices, creating strong loyalty among users. Apple, on the other hand, has not made similar efforts to localize its products or marketing strategies for African consumers. Its focus remains on markets where premium pricing and branding are more sustainable. The iPhone's limited popularity in Africa is not due to a lack of quality or innovation, but rather the result of economic realities, market dynamics, and user preferences unique to the continent. Until Apple addresses these factors by offering more affordable models, improving accessibility, and tailoring its products to local needs, it will continue to struggle to gain a significant foothold in Africa. Meanwhile, Android brands will remain the preferred choice for millions of African consumers seeking practicality, affordability, and reliability in their smartphones. Do you think Apple can make changes to capture the African market? Stay tuned for more discussions on tech trends around the world. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.